Welcome to Inside Expect, and it's a big weekend in football and rugby. Richie, we're going to start with the Rugby Six Nations. Saturday, 1800 hour CET. It's being called Le Crunch.
Yes.
For the very good reason that England against France, and this is probably going to decide the outcome of this year's Six Nations.
Yeah.
How do you see this going?
Yeah, well, England are worthy favourites. I mean, they're 145,
Yeah.
Convincing so far. But, they're both unbeaten. And, there's a lot of nitty-gritty in this, isn't there? And as you say, it is a championship decider. England are 1.55 to take the Six Nations and France are 2.5.
Yes.
So whoever wins this should run out.
Well, I would imagine there's a certain amount of home advantage for the English here, in that the French have only won once in the last 5 visits to Twickenham. Yeah. But I've seen both teams, and I've seen both of their performances so far, and from what I've seen, there's not an awful lot to separate them.
No.
On their day, the French are very capable of winning this one.
Tries will be at a premium when they've both very strong defences. The last 2 meetings at Twickenham, though, England have won 34-10 and 26-18.
Yeah.
But, a tighter affair in France +5. When you think the tries will be at a premium, all down to the odd penalty.
Yeah, France plus 5 pays 190.
190,
which might be the way to
go.
Yeah,
that might be a go. Maybe England do sneak it, but
There are quite a few interesting changes in the team, though. I noticed that the French are going to be recalling Chabal, Clerc, Yashvili, and Yanzion. Though you'll have to excuse my pronunciation there; it's probably not the best. A few questions over some of those moves, and England are only probably going to make one change, which will be the return of captain Lewis Moody, probably replacing James Haskell.
Right.
It's a pretty settled side for England.
Wilkinson, will he be playing?
Well, he'll come on at some stage. I'm absolutely sure about that, but I don't think he'll start. So anyway, you see this one going which way? I mean, you're obviously leaning towards the French on the handicap.
Yeah, handicap +5.
Yeah.
Livremont, he's stirred it up a little bit, hasn't he?
Yes, he has. He said he doesn't like the English. Well, that's just one of those things. So anyway, it's all to play for. I mean, it's always a fantastic game between England and France. It really is. And if you're not going to watch any other rugby union match this year, I would genuinely suggest that you watch this one on Saturday at 1800, England against France. And then on the Sunday, there's a massive game, the English Carling Cup final. Obviously, this is our League Cup final. Sunday, 1700 hours. Arsenal taking on Birmingham.
Yeah.
Arsenal 145, the draw 4, and Birmingham City 7. Richie, how do you see this one?
Big price for a final, isn't it? Birmingham at 7.0 in a one-off match. It'll be Arsenal's first trophy. They haven't won a trophy since 2005, the FA Cup, so a long awaited one for Wenger. And obviously they're still on for the quadruple.
Yeah.
The FA Cup, they've got to play Orient, and then they'll have Man United doing well in 2-1 up against Barcelona. And 1 point behind Man United in the league now. Yeah. Birmingham, they've got relegation problems.
But this is actually a very high pressure game for Arsenal.
Yes.
It wouldn't appear that at face value. But as you say, they've got this old monkey on their back of having not won a trophy for a long period of time. They will be desperate to get some silverware. I mean, they're really going to be up for this. We're going to get the full team out, aren't we? And
well, there's a few injuries, isn't there, for Arsenal? I mean, Walcott's injured.
Yeah, and
Fabregas is a doubt. Even Van Persie is a doubt.
But they always have enough talent to pull in as a reserve. But
they've played twice already this season in the league, and Arsenal won 3-0 at the Emirates, and won 2-1 at the Emirates, and in January they beat Birmingham 3-0 at St Andrews. I think a tight one here, +1 for Birmingham, 2.55. Might be the go, but I mean, in a one-off game, 7.0 neutral ground.
They're both in good form,
bad,
aren't they? I see that Arsenal have they're actually unbeaten in 8, but we tend to overlook the fact that Birmingham have only had 1 defeat in 7.
Mcleish has them well organised.
They're really quite a tough side to grind down, as my own Mighty Hammers found in the semi-finals of this.
Yes.
Although I don't think that Arsenal will be giving them quite as many gifts as we did.
No.
So anyway, I'm actually going for I want a decent final here, so I'm going for over 2.5 at 170. Yeah. Richie, what are your bets for this final?
Well, I'll just go for the +1 Birmingham, 2.55. May well go to extra time, may go the full shebang, may go to the penalties, but I think Birmingham will keep it nice and tight.
Yeah. Right, well, there you are. A great weekend to look forward to, not only the rugby, but also the Carling Cup final. You missed none of the action at Expect, and good luck with all your bets over the weekend. So from Richie and I, it's goodbye until next time.
Best luck.
Bye.